Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, everybody. You can unsubscribe now because Sony A7s III, I'm sorry. Totally kidding. Don't unsubscribe, okay? I'm actually streaming on the S1H right now. Hey, what's up, James? We're streaming on the S1H right now. So don't worry. It's not going anywhere. Hang on, let me fix my music. It's a little loud. I don't know, maybe it's not loud. How's the music sound? I'm gonna wait for some more people to pop in here. What's up, Keith? Good to see you again. I forgot what questions. I answered some questions for you the last time. I'm trying to remember what I answered. So I was gonna follow up and see if things were good. I feel like I should turn my stream onto, what's it called? Ultra low latency. Because, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I wonder if I can change it while we're going. No, I can't. So next time, I'll make sure to change it to ultra low latency. Thanks for asking. Yeah, no problem. Welcome. Welcome to the unboxing of the A7s III. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited to put it up against the S1H and see what kind of improvements they've done. Because, yeah, I am normally a Sony person. I mean, Sony was like my first, well, technically Canon was my first camera that I owned, but it was a, it was a T3i. That's what I owned. T3i. And yeah, it was fine. It worked. It made me learn exactly how cameras work as far as just like the basics, like ISO, white balance, shutter, that type of stuff. And then, yeah, A7s, just the A7s, yeah. Original A7s was my first like expensive camera, I guess, that I purchased myself. So then I was A7S II, A7 III, S1H, now A7s III. And yeah, we've updated a whole bunch of things on the stream. We've got transitions, we've got that kind of intro. I'm going to change the intro as well. But we've also got this little guy. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching and you're new here. And yeah, the streams are going to improve is what I'm saying. I'm not just going to make them, I don't know. It's not that they're lame. High quality stream here. That's what I call it. High quality stream. Well, what do you guys think? There's not a ton of people here, but should we start unboxing? Where'd my knife go? Here it is. You guys recognize this knife? This is the unboxing knife. It's a nice fancy Damascus steel knife. Move my phone up there. There it is. The box. Should we start opening it? There we go. Sorry, I had to fix something on my camera. Let's start opening it. It's not going to be anything like crazy, but hey, if you want to see what it's like to open an A7s III, if you're looking at getting one, then this is the place to be. All right. Get my mic out of the way. There it is. In the flesh. Get this box out of my way. Oh my gosh, it looks so different. Not really at all. It looks exactly the same as all the boxes. It's an insane unboxing, I know. Insanity. So yeah. Sorry that the camera is kind of angled. I just couldn't get it directly over me with what I had mounting-wise. These go in the trash. Just kidding. Manuals. So we got... Looks like this is the... What's it called? Support for when you're mounting the cables onto the side of your camera. And if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. USB-C. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Does this come with the charger? I honestly have no idea. So we've got strap. That's the camera for sure. Ooh, it does. Oh, finally. I remember maybe they just do this to keep the cost down, but it's like, these aren't that expensive. But yeah, the A7 III did not come with the freaking charger, so that is really nice. Is anything else in here I'm missing? Got the power cable. All right. Here it comes. The camera. Look at, you hear this music? This is like the perfect music to open this up. Oh. Dang it. I didn't open it on the beat. I should have opened it right then. I'm gonna move the box. Doesn't look like there's anything else in there, so. I lied. There is something else in there. Battery. Oh, but get out of there. Get out of there, dude. My dog's like sniffing in there. All right. Hang on. I gotta take all the plastic and all the parts out, you know. All right. Now, the moment. The reveal. Woo! There she is. The A7s III in the flesh. Nice flippy screen. Why didn't they put the flippy screen like this? Huh. Oh, it's beefier over here. Way beefier than my A7 III. Here it is. The A7s III. I mean, I don't know what you want to tell me, because I'm sure you've already looked in, or want me to tell you guys. I'm sure you guys have all seen all the videos and everything. It's nice, though. I'm a fan. Like, this is, like, way thicker than I thought it would be. Yeah, this right here, the, like, grip on the side, it's nice. Well, just waiting for the S1H versus A7s III video. Well, it's coming soon now. It's going to be a fun one. I like these ports. These are nice. What particular would you want to see when it comes to the A7s III versus the S1H? Obviously, image quality. Probably autofocus. And I can probably tell you who's going to win that battle. Low light would be kind of interesting. I think the A7s III will win, but it would sure be interesting to still see it, you know? Let's flip a battery in this bad boy. Oh, are the batteries the right way now? No, they're not. They feel they're the wrong way, but that's okay. It's nice buttons. Just clicking all the buttons, see how it feels like. All right. Let's see. Let's flip it up to the other camera. Yeah, 60 FPS full frame is right. So, let's flip it on. Image quality stabilization. Okay. Yeah, actually, stabilization would be an interesting one. Let's see, I'm trying to get the right position. Here we go. Let's flip it on. Wah, wah, wah. Dead battery. How dare they? Set me a dead battery. It's okay. I got a charged one. Give me 1 second and let me go grab a charged battery. Be right back. I'll be like 5 seconds, so... I changed the wrong screen. I'm sorry. All right. So we've got... Go away. Go away. There we go. Flip her on. Wouldn't that have been funny if it was just dead? So we definitely want English. We are over in Denver, Arizona. It is September. What's today? The 20-something? 24th? No, it's the 26th, right? 25th. Dang, that was fast. When it came. 6/24 for me. Oh, come on. I got to go all the way this way. Sure, it's almost 6/25. I have to wait until it hits 6/25, okay? It's got to be exact. If it's not, I'll always know. Oh, it's 6/25. Cool. We're good. Yeah. Let me put a lens on there. Nice, pretty sensor. I wonder if I can... There we go. First thing... Oh my gosh. I totally forgot that the menu has changed. Let's see how easy it is to find shooting mode. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe it's not that. Oh, it's already in manual. Normally in past A7S or just Sony cameras, you had to change it from it would just come in program auto, and it's like, whoa, like why is it in program auto? It's got to be in manual. So that's nice. Let's flip it. Oh, it's in video mode too. Oh man, moving up in the world. I mean, not really moving up in the world. Let's flip these around to. All right, here's the menu. Sorry, I know that's probably not like the best way to look at the menu, but here's the menu. So far, it looks very like a big improvement. Yeah, I'm liking it. Oh, and my menu is at the top. That's really nice. Nice. So I want to change image quality. Yeah. Can you do... Sweet. Movie settings? I don't know if I can do that yet. What is HS? Honestly, I don't know if I ever need to go more than 200. I'm just going to set it to that. I'm really excited to see the 10-bit on the Sony. Because, yeah, now that I've had 10-bit on the Panasonic, I can't go back. Can't go back to 8-bit. 10-bit is just way too good. In my opinion, by far the best thing about that camera is the 4K 120 full frame without crop. It is actually a 1.1 crop. Pretty sure, at least. S1H menus are way better. I think this is a big improvement. 8-bit is trash. Sorry. No, it totally is. 8-bit is for, like, you shoot in standard. You don't do any color grading whatsoever. Maybe you add, like, a subtle, like, look or something to it. But, like, if you're pushing and pulling things, like, if your white balance is off, you're not going to be able to fix it in 8-bit. There's just no way. But the menus, I think, is a big improvement. I'll have to use it for a while in order to give, like, a conclusive opinion comparing it to the S1H. It's just so different, though, than the old menu. Because I'm so used to the old menu now. It's like learning a whole other thing. Yeah, we're going to have to make a video on how to custom set up the S1H. The S1H, the A7s III. We've already done that. Exactly. Shoot, deliver. Yep. Exactly. I'm really excited. Man, I'm missing... Oh, it's over there. Bam. Overall, I'm stoked with it. Ooh, that's definitely turned... Ooh. I used Sony's for about 4 years, and even after 4 years, I would routinely forget where things were in the menu. No, I agree. And plus, a lot of the times when you set it up, though, like, you don't really go back to those settings a lot of the time. Ooh, that's kind of nice. They made the meter... Let's see. You can see it. So the audio meter... Right here. See that little audio meter? I know it's not in focus. It's way smaller on the screen. It used to be a lot bigger. It was a good it was a god mess. Yeah. The Sony menus haven't been that intuitive or easy to find things. Also review the color science. The A7s II was pretty bad. I'll definitely do like probably like a side-by-side comparison of like the just straight out of camera, no grade whatsoever, standard profiles, just like noise reduction probably. And that's actually, I should write that down. In my lists of video. I mean, I'm not going to show you this. But yes, we do have a ton of list of videos. That's just a tiny bit. Also review the color science. Yeah, nice. I think that will be good. Let's see. A7s III versus Panasonic S1H. Image quality. Color science. Not to go off topic, but the Canon C70 made me laugh so much after they got all those suckers to run out and buy the R5. I know it's true. They're like, oh, by the way, here's the camera you really want. Except, isn't it a Super 35? Let's see. I'm gonna move the chat window over here and we can look. Let's go like this. Canon C70? Okay, get out of my way, manuals. Turn off the camera. Yeah, because I saw it, but I didn't know. It is, but they actually made their own speed booster. Oh, okay, okay. Still, though. Like, what does it cost and everything? So it's 5K. Oh, it's 5,500 actually. It's right there. It's not expensive. That's actually pretty expensive. To me, that's pretty expensive. That's a good price. Well, here, let's look at what it's got. So 16 plus stops dynamic range. Super 35. Professional compact. How does it compare to like the S1H though? So DCI 4K video up to 120, Super 16, DCI 2K up to 180. For a true cinema camera, not bad at all. Yeah, no, that's true. For cinema work, yeah, totally. Dual pixel autofocus, intuitive direct touch control. They got a flippy screen, cheaper than the C300 Mark III. Just don't get RAW and all-eye in all formats. And full frame, right? Because the C300 Mark III is full frame, I mean, right? I don't really know. Honestly, I don't pay a ton of attention to Canon cameras. No, SDI out. Oh, interesting. It's like big though. No, C500 Mark II is full frame. Got it. It just seems so, like, boxy. Is it just me? Like, look at that. That is a pretty beastly looking thing. If I were a Canon shooter, this is what I would buy. No, totally. Or the Canon, the 1DX Mark III. I realize that the 1DX Mark III probably doesn't have some stuff like this, and it's more expensive actually. But it is full frame. There's like a 1.2 crop, and it's not mirrorless. This is mirrorless, I guess. Oh, here it is right here. C70 versus the R5. I like how they're like, don't buy the R5, just buy the C70. Not really. The R5, here's the thing. The R5, it's more of a photo camera. It's not like it has these crazy, insane video features, but they just, I think it's hilarious. Yeah, it's interesting what they've done. So here's a nice comparison. So yeah, there's no, and then there's raw video on the R5. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. PQ HDR. Perceptual quantizer. I just like saying that word, so that's why we're saying it. Hopefully no overheating. I mean, for how big it is, and it's a Super 35, I would assume it doesn't overheat. It does have BNC, so that's nice. Their cinema cameras don't overheat. Yeah, I would assume that this one would not overheat. It's just an interesting back, you know? It's kind of cool how they integrated it behind the screen, but that just shows you have to have this screen flipped out in order to use it. Like, it can't just go straight up back against the screen, kind of like this. Of course, this is a totally different ball game. I just love how small this is. Guys, this is grippy. I like it. Honestly, if I owned an R5, I would be throwing stuff right now. I had a buddy, he returned his, or he sold it or something, because, yeah, he was just like, nope, it's bad. It doesn't work for him for video. I mean, I think it's a good competitor against the S1H. It'll definitely keep people who are thinking about the S1H considering this one. So it is double price of A7s III and much, much, much worse in any way. Is it suicide from Canon? I mean, I wouldn't say it's worse, but doesn't the A7s III only do 15 stops of dynamic range? If you got the R5 for video, then yeah, I'd be annoyed. But if you got the R5 for photo, then you should... Oh, yeah. If you got it for photo, you 100% should be super happy with it. Waiting for fair comparison between S1H versus A7s III with equivalent glass. I don't have... Like, that's actually good to know. I will try my best to get equivalent lenses. Like maybe, oh wait, yeah, I have a 24-70. Let's go back here. So I have a 24-70 that I can use. This is a little out of focus. I have a 24-70 I can use with this. I'll get a Panasonic 24-70 when I do the comparison, just to make it fair. Either you appreciate what a cinema camera offers or you don't. Don't want to close that entire thing. I'm going to move this back over here. Move the chat window over here. Either you appreciate what a cinema camera offers or you don't. If you don't need one, this camera makes no sense for you. Yeah, 100% agree. Could probably zoom in a little bit on me. So yeah, there you go. The unboxing of the A7s III. So anybody want to buy an A7 III? It's up there. I like it. I'm excited to use it. 100% excited to use it. So I got to shoot tomorrow. For those who are here, you're going to get a little sneak peek on what's coming. I got to shoot tomorrow, and I'm shooting it on an anamorphic lens. On the S1H. Yes, I'm not choosing the Sony for tomorrow. I'm choosing the S1H to shoot anamorphic. I thought about it for a second. I was like, oh, because I didn't know that this was going to come today. It came super fast, but yeah. And that video is coming soon. It's been a journey. It's like a month in the works. Not because like, well, it's going to be a cool video, but it's like a month in the works because I've just been waiting for things. So you'll see in the video, but it's an exciting video. Sorry, I joined late. What's your view on the Canon C70? Will you buy it? For me, it's ugly. Don't know if it's my first impressions when I saw it. I don't really have a reason to buy it because I'm pretty much only invested in Sony cameras and Panasonic cameras. I don't have any Canon glass. I don't plan to get any Canon glass. And personally, for me, this will fulfill my needs better than the Canon C70. I thought it was interesting when it was announced, but kind of I think it's an interesting camera for people who are on Canon and maybe they are looking for a more, they want to jump into like they want to get a C300, but the C300 is like what are they, like 10 grand? It's kind of like with the S1H. Or they're like 8 grand. Anyways, one of their more cinema cameras. If you're looking to get in one of those, it might be better to get the C70. Or if you're looking to kind of do up your game, you're like you're on like an R6. R6 is fairly new, but I'm just using an example. Or maybe like a 5D Mark IV, and you're like, oh, I want to go with, you know, more cinema-like camera that Canon has to offer. The C70 might be for you. More than full frame on the S1H. I bought it for true vlog and the dynamic range. Yep. I actually bought the S1H because it was the only thing at the time that was in a mirrorless form factor, because I don't like big setups. I hate big setups. Like shooting on a red. I don't like shooting on reds when I have to because they're just so freaking heavy. Maybe I'm weak. Maybe I need to go to the gym more. That's a whole nother topic. But so like with the S1H, I also wanted to kind of do more like story type projects because I mostly do like social content. That's pretty much what I do every day, is just create social content. And we've already listened to this song. Next one. So I wanted to do, yeah, like more kind of story based content, not just like YouTube stuff, if that makes sense. And I just wanted to up my game because I was on an A7s. I was on an A7s II and an A7 III, and like they don't have, it doesn't offer any 4K 60. It offers 4K, but then they overheat. So pretty much I was stuck with 1080p 8-bit, and I would shoot on red sometimes, but like I can't put that on a gimbal and shoot a wedding with it. I actually have shot a wedding, a first look with the red one time. It was fun, but like, no, that the files are massive. Like, no, not my workflow at all. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to shoot on a red because they're heavy, and I'm more like run and gun. This is when I'm on the side, so. But I wanted to do something basically to get 4K that didn't overheat, and that would give me options to shoot in 4K, like 4K 60. And I love that it does 4K 48 frames per second, because most mirrorless, even this one, even the Sony, does not offer 4K 48 frames per second. Because I mentioned it in one of my videos, like 4K 60 sometimes is just a little too slow for me when I shoot. 4K 48 though, it's like, it's perfect. So yeah, And like now that I've owned the S1H as long as I have, I've almost owned it a year, coming up in a few months. I like want to get into shooting on anamorphic lenses. I want to get into, you know, doing that type of stuff. And it's forced me to get more comfortable / creative with like shooting handheld because it's a big rig. And anyways, more protein, build up the muscles. I used to be a lot stronger. I would run Spartan races, if you ever heard of a Spartan race, but obviously with the pandemic and stuff, I haven't been able to do that. But yeah, I've gotten out of it. Let's just put it that way. I need more protein. More protein. What's your impression on the Sony A7s III versus the S1H when you hold it for the first time? I'm actually good impressions because I didn't expect this part. Because like my A7 III, it just feels like, not that it's really matters. It's just a small like ergonomics thing. But it's nice to hold in my hand already compared to other Sony cameras. Compared to the S1H, I mean, it feels, the S1H is just heavier. So, yeah, and like everything's nice and snappy. It is a new camera though, so like the buttons click really nice compared to other Sony cameras. I wouldn't say they click any nicer than like the Panasonic or anything. These flaps are nice. But I don't mind the ones on this one either. I hate the ones on the A7 III. Yeah. Good impressions on the A7s III, I would say, so far. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to this what's it called? This non-tilty flip screen, because the S1H has the flippy tilty screen. Although I did notice this just now, which is kind of annoying. But let's see what ports are right here. So we got headphones. So you can't keep your headphones. Oh, wait, you can. Oh, I just noticed. When the flap is out, it blocks the screen. So that's annoying. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. But whatever, I guess. I guess you can flip it this way and then flip it out. So that's fine. But yeah, if you had headphones in, it would block that. At least it doesn't block the mic input when you tilt the screen. So that's good. And I don't think it blocks it on the HDMI either. Let's just triple check as well. I need to take these freaking hooks off. Oh, it does. The flap kind of does. Gosh, why can't they just make a flippy tilt screen? That's okay. This is a big first step. So, but yeah, that is kind of annoying. I'm going to miss that flippy tilt screen when I'm using this camera. This is going to be awesome for YouTube though. This will probably become more my main like filming myself camera. So, still waiting for yours? Oh, man. I'm sorry. Mine came quick. I'm super surprised, actually, that it's here already. I tried 48 FPS when you mentioned many times before, and I'm thoroughly impressed. Wish to have it on 422 on the S1H. I mean, here's one thing about shooting 422. The only reason I mentioned shooting, I wish that it shot 48 FPS or 60 FPS at 422 is sometimes I shoot things on green screens. So, and the only time you really need 422 is when you're doing stuff like that, you're chroma keying. It will, well, you don't need it, but it will help you get a cleaner key. So 420 though and 422, you probably won't see a difference between the two because you might get a little bit more color noise, but from your eye, you're not going to notice a difference. Even on your footage, you probably won't notice a difference. But sometimes, like I said, I shoot on green screen. Like we shoot models or something on a green screen. Or even just my shoot last Saturday, there was a shot on a green screen. And I tried to keep it on 422 to help me get a cleaner key. So But 422 and 420, you're not really gonna see a difference between the two. So yeah, and I didn't clarify that in one of my videos, and I should have. So when did I order mine? I think it was the day it was announced. Because like I heard the specs and I was like, done deal. Does it take more juice on your computer? I don't think so. It might, just because it might hold a little more memory. I don't really know. I'm not technical enough to know that. Yeah, we're gonna have to. So we're. By the way, I have to say too, I'm not just going to be making content about the the A7s III now. 100%. I've still got tons more content planned for the S1H. So don't worry. And I know some people asked me, are you going to get the S5? And no, I have no reason really to get the S5. These will be my two cameras, the S1H and the A7s III. So probably for a while. I don't really have a reason. So far though. Oh, wow. The question is, do they give you info? Oh, you can delete things? What? The one thing that I'm looking through the menus right now, if I don't know what something means, it still doesn't tell me like what it is. You know how on the S1H you can hit display and it'll tell you what it is? It doesn't do that on this, which is fine, but like sometimes I'm like, what does that do? Like I don't know what it does, so guess I gotta look it up instead of just reading it. I got the MC11 adapter for my Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter. Do you think the Sony will crop into Super 35? I'm fairly certain it does, actually. Let me find it here on this new intuitive menu. Shooting display. Zoom. Nope. Oh, image stabilization? No. Why would it be there? Exposure, color, focus, playback, network, setup? No, it's got to be in shooting. There it is. Image quality, APS-C mode. Oh. Apparently you can't change it in that mode. So we'll change it to this. 210-bit. Whoa. 24. And... Huh. Interesting. This is interesting. I'm discovering something right now. And maybe if I go to 4K all-I? No way. Am I missing something here? Let me go to 1080. Interesting. So you can't change to APS-C in or Super 35 in 4K. I don't know if that's and maybe I just need to set this up more. But all the settings I go to on the here, let's just change. I'll just show you guys. So here. I don't know if you can see that, but look at this. So I'm in 4K and I can't go to APS-C mode. Right? Or Super 35. Then when I flip it to HD, I can. Here, let me adjust this. There we go. Here, let's just flip it into auto. What am I doing? And then, So watch. I go to 4K, it grays out. I go to 4K, it grays out. At least in 10-bit. Let me go to 8-bit and see what it does. Oh, no. Still can't do it. I don't, that's interesting. Yeah, it says you can't do it in 4K. Interesting. If you shoot both S1H and A7s III, will it match colors? We will have to test that. You can get them to match, but maybe I'll have to make a video about that. Could you try on an APS-C lens real quick? I don't own any APS-C lens, so... But yeah, I'm curious about that now. Will it change to APS-C if you're in 4K? It only does it in HD. That's interesting. I didn't know that. It's not a big deal to me, but that's interesting. It's because 12 megapixels is 4K. Cropping down uses less megapixels, so therefore it can't be 4K anymore. True. That's actually a good point. I actually didn't even think about that. So yes, the help button to tell you which things mean on the question mark on the trash can. I don't think so. Let me look at it though. Oh, you can. Good call. Michael, have you been watching all the videos or something? I haven't watched much on the A7s III. I watched enough to basically make me decide that I wanted it. But yeah, no, it does that too. You hit the trash can. So guys, just so you know, yeah, you hit the trash can, it will tell you. It will tell you what it is. So. Oh, and I think it's touchscreen. Yeah, it is. It's nice. Responds well. So that's nice. Hope it doesn't crop me in. Kinda. What do you mean by crop me in? Sony touchscreen is very responsive. Yeah, that was actually kind of nice. A lot of the times, I don't even use the touchscreen though. Oh man, I gotta change this. I gotta do a video on how to customize your A7s III setup like my A7 III, because the default is just, nah. Promise, for those who want it, they'll like it. You guys will like it. So far, though, I do like the... I do like it. So are you saying it shouldn't crop in with my Sigma? No, it shouldn't. It won't even allow me to go to Super 35 at 4K. In HD, it will, though. So. Bet. At least from just messing around with it. Proxy settings. Do you know what would be nice? If it would record a proxy for every time you record. If you could set it up to record a proxy when you shoot at 120 FPS, because I've heard that it can be pretty chugging on your thing. I don't know if you can do that. You may not be able to, but... So I'm just looking through here at all of the things. Optical zoom only. Ooh, that's nice. So we can adjust the speed of the zoom. If you're using, I'm guessing, a mechanical zoom. Yeah, I think one of the first videos of this camera by itself, kind of like what I did with the S1H on this channel. One of my first videos was Panasonic S1H cinematic settings or whatever. I think that's what I'll do for this camera. The first video I make on this camera, Sony S1H, Sony S1H, Sony A7s III, the Sony S1H, guys. Sony A7s III cinematic settings. They're not necessarily cinematic, but they're Sony A7s III custom settings. That's what I should do. Yeah, I'm stoked. I am stoked. Color and tone. Okay, set settings to optimize gradation. Picture profile. I'm really excited for S-Log3, since that's the rave, you know. It used to be S-Log2. I honestly have preferred S-Log3 on the A7 III, but 8-bit, you know. What kind of lenses do you think you'll be getting for the Sony? So right now, for Sony, I own a... So this lens up here is the 16-35 G Master. This one I have on it is the 55mm 1.8. And then I have the 90mm macro. The lenses that I want are all the expensive lenses. So, and the reason I still may go with Sigma, that's the problem. I have a hard time because with Sigma, the autofocus will be pretty good. But one of the big reasons that I want Sony lenses on here is because of the autofocus. The autofocus is incredible, right? So I want the best autofocus I can because this is what I'm going to be using it for, is a lot of scenarios where autofocus is just more convenient for me. And so that's why I go with Sony on this. On the Lumix, the Lumix, the S1H, what you're on right now, all I need is something that looks good because I have to shoot in manual focus anyways. So that's why I go with the Sigmas, because they're a way better value. So what's the base ISO for HLG1, HLG2, and HLG3? Let's check. Now the question is, where is... Okay, so I definitely got to change that. Picture profile, HLG1. So there's HLG, HLG1, HLG2, and HLG3. So I'll just start with HLG. So it looks like you can go all the way down to 80 on HLG. I don't know if it... Oh, wait, I'm not on it. What the heck? I lied. Hold on. There we go. So you can go down to 100 on HLG. I think you can go to 100 on all of them. Yeah, it's 100. Oh, no, you can go even lower on HLG, it looks like. HLG1, you can go down to 50. Here, what am I doing? This is what this camera is for. HLG2. You can go down to 80. You can go to 100 on HLG3. Except I want to reset it. How do I reset it? Oh, yeah, you go down to here. Reset. 16-bit RAW via external. Are you excited? Have you tried it before? I actually am kind of excited because it's going to be... What's the word? I don't have a Ninja V. I want to get one, though. Mostly because I want to test ProRes RAW and stuff like that. Mostly for you guys. Maybe the first I haven't made any money off this channel, but maybe the first kind of money that I start getting from it, I'll just save up for a Ninja V and get a Ninja V. And yeah, so I'm excited to try it because I think you can only do Ultra HD but you can't actually do true 4K. But you can do above like 42 something at 16-bit RAW, so that'll be interesting. I think it goes 16-bit RAW to 12-bit via the external recorder, so I may use it. I'd be interesting to see it. Sony has a nice selection of glass or its autofocus. Yep. I want like the lenses I want for it are like the 24 G Master, the 135. I actually have them in a list, so I can just tell you here. There it is. Let me bring it up real quick. I think I might buy used though, instead of buying new. Wish list. So some of the lenses I want the 135 1.8, the 85 1.4. Ooh, silky smooth. I've thought about changing out this little guy for the 50mm 1.4, but I've heard the autofocus is better on the 55mm, so that's why I haven't pulled the trigger. The 24mm 1.4, 100%. The one thing that's interesting is that there's no 35mm prime on Sony, so I'm assuming it's coming soon, but I've been looking at the Sigma 35mm f1.2. I'd be interested to compare autofocus between a Sigma and a Sony lens, though. I wonder how I could get a hold of a Sigma 24-70 on Sony, because I have a 24-70. I don't own a 24-70, but I have access to one for free, so yeah. There's a way to punch in through clear zoom in 4K to make it look like it's Super 35. It's not noticeable to the eye, some say. Is it kind of the same thing as punching in just in post, though? Or no? I prefer the feel and weight of manual glass, so AF doesn't make much sense to me. For times that I'm on my gimbal and I want to do shots where I'm like sprinting towards somebody or something and then like doing a parallax around it, or crazy shots like that, those are the big times that I want autofocus. So thank you for checking the base ISO for HLG. I couldn't find the answers anywhere. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome, citizen. Citizen of the Earth. It's a nice name. No, it's in camera, not post. What I'm saying is it the same as punching in camera as in post? I realize it's in camera, but is it kind of the same thing as punching in post? Does that make sense now? Or does it still record 4K? So like you punch in and then it records 4K. Or do you punch in and it... Yeah. That'll be interesting to play with, though. Just thinking about that, Michael. So anyways, those are the lenses I'm looking into for the Sony. It's not going to be anytime soon that I'm going to get them, unfortunately. What's your pick? 24-70 G Master or Prime G Master? So I've started to really like primes. The only thing I hate about primes is that when I'm on my gimbal, changing between primes and zoom. But then when I go to a zoom lens and I use that like all day, I love the prime look, you know? I don't know what it is. There's something about primes that I just like about over zoom lenses. So I don't know. I prefer primes, but I like the convenience of zoom lenses. So no, it's a zoom that can get you to Super 35. That's interesting. Gonna have to remember that. Sorry, just writing down a YouTube video idea. And then I need to text this to somebody so they know where to go tomorrow for the shoot. Bam. Anybody have any other questions about this? About the A7s III? While we're here, I'm going to just keep looking at it. Looking at the menu. Go back to standard. I've seen some pretty... This is just me, but some footage that I've watched on the A7s III, not just in the standard profile. Maybe a few things changed. I've seen some really impressive stuff. At least to me, I've been pretty impressed with it. Interesting. That's nice. I think you can turn off focus areas that you don't use, because I pretty much just use wide. Sometimes the spot focus, and that's about it. Also, do you notice that I mean, those who are new here, I don't know who's new, but those who aren't, notice that my background is blank now. We had some interesting things happen, and so we're moving. And yeah, we had some interesting things happen with our selling of our house and stuff. Let's see. Focus assistant. Oh yeah, we 100% gotta change some of this stuff. Peaking display. You know what has annoyed me about older Sony cameras is how when you reset the card, you format it, it goes back to 1 every single time. It's like, please, will you just do something normal so you don't, like the other cameras do, so you don't accidentally overwrite something on your computer? So I'm happy that this one sounds like they have fixed that, so... Okay, we 100% got to change the brightness to sunny weather because I already know it's going to be hard to see. viewfinder brightness. I don't ever use these, but might as well get it in focus, so that can just stay on auto. We want monitor. Change the display quality to high. I know that battery will be saved when you set it to standard, but I want it to be at high so I can make sure it's in focus and stuff. So, and then we do sunny weather because, yeah, when you get outside, you're probably not going to be able to see very well. Gamma display assist. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, 100%. The first video on this camera will probably be the custom settings setup. I've been through so many lenses right now. 12 to 24 G Master 2.8. Geez, that's an expensive lens. 24G, Sigma 35 f2, 50 1.4, 85 1.4, 90 macro 135. Holy crap. I've sold all those lenses I don't like. I had the 55 1.8. The 55 1.8 is super nice if you like the small lens. Yeah. That's the other advantage to this little lens. You've sold all those lenses though? Or no. You said you sold all the ones you don't like. Hey, buddy. It's my puppy dog. One of my puppy dogs. Koba. Which ones did you sell then? Which ones did you not like? Koba. Koba. What are you doing? No, those are the ones. Oh, those are the ones you have left. Gotcha. I would like the 12 to 24 millimeter, but I have the 16 to 35, so there's no reason to get it. The 24 1.4 would be sweet, though. I think that'll be one of the last lenses I get, though, because I can get 24 out of this. I just can't get 1.4. Probably out of those ones, I feel like either the 35 or the 135 would be the first one I get. Probably the 135 would probably be the one. I sold like 30 lenses. Holy crap. Why do I have so many lenses? Well, just checking times here. I gotta go soon, but I think later tonight I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch, and I'm gonna be on just chatting. So if you do want to stop by and ask more questions, there's a link in the description to follow me on Twitch. So be sure to follow me there if you want to ask me more questions. But yeah, I do have to go do a few things. But yeah, Nico, I'm sorry. I'm just about to head out. I gotta go do a few things. But hey, the A7s III, here it is. Out of all the lenses I had, my 31 is Sigma 35 1.2. I'm actually excited. I like that lens too. Definitely got to take these off too. I never use these little clippy things. Oh, got it. Don't worry. I'm going to put this, once it's done processing and stuff, I'm going to leave this this stream up on the channel though. So if you want to rewatch it, feel free. My number one I use is the 35 1.2, the best. I think maybe I'll get that one first. Because yeah, I do like that. How do you take those things off? So you have to take this little rubber thing off, or a little plastic thing, and then yeah, you just spin it basically off. There's a little like notch here that you just pull and spin it off. Because yeah, they jingle. These they've done something new with these ones. It doesn't jingle. 35 is heavy. Yeah, I've heard that the 1.2 is heavy. Really glad they put this up here, but oh, on the S1H, I think it's the same thing. I took mine off though. It's similar. It's a similar way you take them off. You just, if you use it, I would just honestly get different ones. There's ones you can get that are like made of plastic and like string, so it won't actually, you know, jingle. So I would just get one of those. Because yeah, you can take them off though. You just may kind of ruin them, but yep. So had to take off. Thank you everybody who joined. And like I said, I'm probably going to be streaming on Twitch later tonight. So if you want to come chat some more or ask more questions, be sure to go follow me there. I've got a link in the description. And yeah, thank you everybody who was a part of this live stream, this unboxing. I'm excited to create some content here, not just by itself, but also up against the S1H. So stay tuned for that. The next video I'm hoping is going to be the anamorphic video for the S1H, but it may be a video on this. We'll see. It depends on how long it takes me to finish this video. So yeah, we're shooting an anamorphic video tomorrow on the S1H. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Congrats on the new camera. Nice stream. Hey, thank you, Michael. Hey, thanks for your thoughts too and your questions and everything. Because yeah, you did give me some things that I didn't even think of or even knew about the camera. So new sub. Thank you for subscribing. And yeah, also be sure to subscribe. There we go. Subscribe. Like this video. It does help. Hit the bell notification if you want to be notified of future uploads. But no worries if not. So yeah, and join the Discord. The Discord is brand new. It's only been, I think I've only had it for like a week. So if you want to join the Discord and get some, insight with some like-minded people that are from the community and you want to get more involved with the community, it's a good place to join and do that. I will also be there. And yeah, I'm trying to stay active in there, as active as I am on YouTube. It's just a grind, okay? Doing this type of stuff, man, it is a grind. It is a lot of work to keep up with all this. But hey, maybe one day I'll be doing it full time and then I can focus all of my efforts on everything, basically. So that'd be super cool. But anyways, thank you guys for joining. And I'm going to be leaving this stream up. I need to let it process first and then I will change the thumbnail. But it will be up again. So if you're just joining or you missed some things, you will be back. It will be on the channel later for you to rewatch. You can do it. I'm working on it. It's a marathon though, Michael. It's not a sprint. I've only been doing this since January, this channel. And I've been blown away at how well it's done because I've tried things in the past and yeah, it hasn't really done super well. So, but they're totally kind of unrelated. One of the channels was kind of related to like camera stuff, but it was just like I approached it in the totally wrong way. So again, just a reminder, I'm streaming again tonight. If you got questions, but I'll be on my Twitch channel. There's a link in the description, so be sure to follow me there if you want to come ask me more questions, and I'll be in just chatting for a while. So thank you guys, and until the next video or the next stream, happy filming.